What is up? How's it going? Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, BLUECREW, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DLTalk. Appreciate you guys. How's it going on this Super Friday? Appreciate everybody tuning in. What's up, Rye Guy? We got the usual suspects in the house. What's up, Sniff? Practicing what I preach. Took some profit on QNT, going to buy a new tailor-made putter and golf shoes. Congratulations right there, Rye Guy. I'm happy you got some good profits there. Abra CEO just had an awesome AMA this morning, and he's further reinforced my confidence in the Abra platform. He also gives an excellent analysis on the markets and where we are at as far as inflation. That's good to hear. Is he overall bullish on the digital asset space? Does he believe we're turning a corner sometime soon? But good to hear the confidence building there for you, Sniff. Full of XRP, what's up? Good to see you guys. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. Let's take a look at... Wait, what's going on here? Why don't we have some display capture going on? Interesting. Wonder what's going on. Maybe... Let me see. Let me figure this out really quick, guys. Because we're supposed to be looking at the charts here and some other stuff. Just not sure. Maybe if I deactivate it and then reactivate it, we'll get some good stuff going here. Please excuse the little delay here. There we go. There we go. It's back. Appreciate everybody hitting the likes on the way in. And once again, thanks to all the new subscribers, guys. We've had a tremendous week this week. It was a really big week. You know, we got the Ledger City song coming out today with XRP Bags. And he gave us a shout out earlier this week about it. And then next thing you know, Crypto Lifer gives us a shout out. Alex Cobb gives us a shout out. And King Solomon gives us a shout out. So really awesome for the channel, and thanks to any of the new subscribers who have come from those channels, and just appreciate those legends for giving us a shout out and supporting this channel as well. Much love to y'all. Full of XRP in the house. Good to see you, man. But yeah, we got BTC hovering over 20K, doing its thing at 20,795. We got XRP getting close, going in and out of like 33 cents and 32 cents, it seems like. And then, you know, TRX near 7 cents, Solana near $40 at $37 currently. Chainlink looking like such a good value at around these prices. I really like Chainlink under $10 for its value right here. XLM at 10 cents looking good. You know, with that G20 Tech Sprint top 21 finalists, Ripple and Stellar being part of that, that makes me really bullish on XRP and XLM. And of course, R3 being there, so we know there's an XDC connection. Once again, guys, please let me know if the video, the audio, the visual, the vocal is coming through good. I certainly hope so. Appreciate your support and your interactions. Man, but yeah, so far that's what's going on in the markets. But here we got, in the past 24 hours, we got Expire token going up to 88 now. Expire token has had one hell of a run, you guys. I mean, waking up from around 0.005 to go up to close to 0.009 right now. That is some amazing gains coming from Expire. Electroneum, one of our on-the-radar type of cryptos, still doing pretty well, hovering over the 0.003 range for now. Cody finally waking up. We talked about Cody when it was at 6 cents and saying we really like this crypto as long as it's, you know, under 10 cents. Now we're breaking that 10-cent barrier. Good to see some profits possibly being taken there with Cody. And they've updated, right? They're going to a multi-DAG signature. They're upgrading their platform to the next level. So it's good to see here with Cody developments being made. What's up, Alki? Good to have Alchemist in the chat. What's up, man? I hear you, man. Everybody's got their own opinions of those type of all those YouTubers, but you know, they got their communities and they're doing their thing and just being grateful. IrisNet at 2 cents right here with IrisNet. 9.87 gains in the past 24 hours, 39% gains in the past 30 days. Good to see IrisNet waking up a little bit. You know, the Cosmos ecosystem tokens did make a pretty good move in the past 24 hours or so, and those were the ones we were highlighting, if you guys noticed, in our Deep Red section that we usually go over near the end of our streams, where we try to find value in cryptos that are just getting bloodied out of the market. You know, cryptos that are 90% down, 80% down, 70% down, and just seeing if there's any hope for them left or a possible relief rally that could possibly come. So hopefully everybody here is having a great Friday. I appreciate the Blue Crew tuning in. Shout out to the Green Giants. You guys are amazing. Much love to y'all. So I've been trying to do some research here on what's going on with Bank of Indonesia and the Bank of International Settlements, right? And trying to find connections, you know, with what's going on there at that event, that CBDC challenge, the G20 Tech Sprint. So I've been trying to find like connections to Bank of Indonesia, for example, through Ripple or Ripple Partners, right? And we found some interesting stuff, but I didn't really have a lot of time to organize it before the chat, so please forgive me if this is a little bit out of order. But this one being one of them, right? Thai remittance platform starts processing Ripple payments. D-Money has become the first non-banking institution to use RippleNet in Thailand. And one of the very important things with D-Money here and what they do. Yep. Now I got to find their thing. See, this is what I was talking about, it being a little bit disorganized. But D-Money only non or international transfers. Here we go. And you'll find it pretty interesting. Like, let me see. Yeah, here we go. So then you see D-Money is the only non-bank to hold international money transfers and money exchange licenses in Thailand. It's the only non-banking institution to have that, right? So very awesome that Ripple has partnered with something that is the only one that is a non-bank money transfer solution in and out of Thailand, right? To, you'll see, let's check out D-Money and who they belong to. or who they work with, right? Where do these international transfers go out to? Give me a second. As you can see here, Indonesia, India, all over the world, right? United States, right? So one of the few money transfer providers and the only one that is a non-banking transfer provider in Thailand that could do international transfers like this, right? And using and on board with the Ripple net, right? So that was one of the things we found here. Just a fresh reminder, Ripple, XRP, and Mojaloop are creating an inclusive future for everyone, everywhere. Mojaloop, the one loop for all, the wet loop, the liquidity loop. The founding vision for Ripple is to make it possible for people around the world in all corners to be able to move value like they're moving information. They call this the concept of the Internet of Vision, or the Internet of Value. This vision is very important for Ripple's foundation and motivates and creates a greater economic opportunity for all. The highest social impact priority for Ripple is to ensure economic fairness for the unbanked and vulnerable populations. This is also expressly the fundamental business of Ripple. This makes cross-border payments faster, cheaper, reliable, and accessible for several millions of consumers and businesses from across the globe. And we already know that, Monetary Authority of Singapore and Mojaloop have their partnership, right? Monetary Authority of Singapore advocates for financial inclusion with the Mojaloop partnership. Mojaloop Foundation talking about their mission with the Monetary Authority of Singapore right here, explaining how it will work with the new sponsor member Monetary Authority of Singapore to explore technological advancement in digital currency settlement infrastructure and applications to increase financial inclusion. The Mojaloop Foundation and Monetary Authority of Singapore are working together to provide affordable financial services to the underdeserved or undeserved through digital currency-based settlement systems and foundational digital structure. MAS is joining the foundation as a sponsor member and is the first central bank to do so. Right? Explore technology advancement in digital currency infrastructure. We already saw that, right? And then in collaborating with the Mojaloop Foundation, MAS. So this is a collaboration right here, guys, and this is where it opens up some pretty awesome news. I don't know if other people have noticed this, but, this is our first time discovering it. But in collaborating with Mojaloop Foundation, the Monetary Authority of Singapore will build on its experience with Project Uben's central bank digital currency development efforts. So what is Project Uben, right? Project Uben Phase 5, powered by Accenture, JP Morgan, Bank of International Settlements is involved with this, guys. Right? So we're seeing Mojaloop in this space. Right? Project Uben has taken a multi-phase approach, with each phase defined and scope based on the prevailing challenges and concerns faced by the industry. The first two phases focused on building technology capabilities in the context of a domestic payments network. The next two focused on the interoperability of blockchain-based networks for delivery versus payment and cross-border payment versus payment. From an innovative or innovation adoption perspective, the underlying blockchain technology has advanced to a good level of maturity. I wonder what that underlying blockchain could be. Something that's been around since when? 2016, right? That's been in phases since 2016. Project Uben is a collaborative project with the industry that started in 2016 to explore the use of blockchain and, you guessed it, channels named after it, GDLT, blockchain, and DLT for the clearing and settlement of payments and securities. The project aims to help the Monetary Authority of Singapore and the industry better understand this technology and the potential benefits it may bring through practical experimentation. This is with the eventual goal of developing simpler to use and more efficient alternatives to today's systems based on central bank issued tokens. So thinking about CBDCs, using DLT for CBDCs, right? This reality is happening in front of our eyes, guys. ISO 20022 migration is not mandatory from a regulatory perspective, but those that do not act now risk being excluded from international payment systems. Well, that's why we have DeFi, right? Sniff, yeah, we have DeFi, but we're talking about the quadrillions of dollars being funneled through these distributed ledger, through ISO 20022, right? All payments being traced on the messaging standard of ISO 20022. We're talking about what the big money is doing here. The trillions upon trillions of dollars that will dictate the future of this market. That's what we're talking about. New governance models of enabling trust on common platforms with the belief of a common settlement platform improves transactional efficiencies. The challenge would be to design a governance model that engenders sufficient trust to participate and transact on such a platform. No single party, including it limits on control. No single party, including any designated operator, is able to exert control over areas outside of its designated domain and scope. For example, no party other than the appointed issuer can issue the digital currency. Phase 5, proving the value of blockchain technology, is intended to be the last experimental phase of Project Uben, with the advanced maturity level of the blockchain technology at a good level of understanding and the technology is applications within the global financial industry. There are only limited technical concepts yet to be proven or explored. Phase 5 therefore focused on providing value and building a foundation for future live pilots and trials by the industry. As a collaborative project with the industry, the project brings together different motivations by the Monetary Authority of Singapore and the financial industry. Phase 5 is designed with a set of objectives that fulfills the collective motivations of project partners. Technical development, connectivity, and use case development. Interesting little trickle in there as well. Why not? What else do we see here? So yeah, I wanted to just show right here, Phase 5 started with 2 concurrent work streams, with JP Morgan leading the technical development work stream and Accenture leading the use cases development work stream, right? JP Morgan leveraged the Quorum platform and enterprise-grade blockchain, the product-grade capabilities developed as part of the Interbank Information Network, and its JPM Coin product developed a production-ready payments network. This provides a closer simulation to the real-world needs and offers an appropriate environment for industry-level testing. The result of the technical development workstream is the successful development of the production-ready Uben 5. Let's see. Let's check this out because this one has the MAS in it too. For the use cases development workstream, Accenture conducted secondary research to identify blockchain applications and 124 projects with use cases that could benefit from integrating with the Uben payment network. This effort was supported by MAS, Temasek, and the broader Project Uben community, which helped to identify, reach out, and the companies with relevant use cases. And we know about Accenture's history as well with Ripple. I mean, just so many things that just keep, you can't do this really with Bitcoin, where you can find what the Monetary Authority of Singapore is doing, collaborating with a blockchain company, right? You can't find too many DLT-focused blockchain companies out there that are making these type of level connections here, you guys. Here's a hopefully we can find it. We love finding this PDF. I think it was 2016. I think this might be it. Maybe not. I don't think so. Nope, this is not the one. Oh, but maybe Ripple is mentioned in this. Give me a sec. Nope. Is it this one? I hope so. Man, there used to be this love letter from Ripple. Oh, well, here's Ripple and Rice Bank with the censure, right? Man, I guess their website doesn't load these PDFs anymore. They don't want you to have access to those PDFs anymore. Let's see. Maybe it was 2017? I don't think it was this one, but it looks like they mentioned Ripple too. So the uses include real-time global payments that helps lower settlement costs by enabling banks to transact directly, instantly, and with certainty of settlement. A company called Ripple provides global financial settlement solutions to help exchange value in a much more simple way. It claims it will give rise to the Internet of Value. Banks, financial institutions, and market makers around the world are partnering with Ripple to improve their cross-border payment offerings. Guys, this is a censure saying this, right? A censure, not some YouTuber, not some Twitter person. This is, coming from their mouths, right? The collaborations with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, Mojaloop being involved with Monetary Authority of Singapore and Project Uben, and just recently, Mojaloop, Center of Excellence in Singapore, right? In collaboration with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, right? Mojaloop Foundation launches the Mojaloop CBDC Center of Excellence in Singapore. What great timing, right? Just as we're going underway with this G20 Tech Sprint for the CBDC Challenge, just when Mojaloop, a year after or so, when Mojaloop won the ISO 20022 hackathon, right? And as you can see here, the COE will extend Mojaloop's ecosystem engagement, leverage Singapore's proximity and connectivity to other regions, and connect the undeserved with financial services firms and government entities. All you're seeing is continual growth coming out from Mojaloop here. COE's initiatives, the Mojaloop Foundation has formed a Mojaloop CBDC Center of Excellence working group comprising of the appointees from Mojaloop founders or foundation members, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Coil, Google, Modusbox, and the Monetary Authority of Singapore, Red Compass Labs, Ripple, and Sibrin, right? The COE will examine in ways which CBDCs have the potential to make a wider spectrum of Mojaloop enabled push payment capabilities available to central banks and their citizens, merchants, and digital financial institutions. We are also grateful to our partners Ripple and Temasek for their support, and we encourage all interested organizations to get involved in our Center of Excellence initiatives. Monetary Authority of Singapore welcomes the setup of Mojaloop's first COE in Singapore, right? Singapore's central bank, guys. A censure talking about Ripple providing financial settlement solutions also was on that Project Uben PDF that we were just looking at, right? Use of blockchain and distributed ledger technology for clearing and settlement of payments and securities. But it doesn't stop there. Right here, let me just delete these as we go along. We don't need to revisit these. We already have them recorded. Bank of Indonesia, the ones who are, leading this CBDC challenge, right? With the BIS. Bank of Indonesia and Monetary Authority of Singapore expand cooperation across central banking, financial regulation, and innovation, right? Enhance collaboration between two central banks and address growing complex challenges in the central banking key areas. AML, CFT, right? Bank of Indonesia and the Monetary Authority of Singapore have a long-standing relationship and cooperate on numerous fronts. So it underscores the importance of the partnership and collaboration with common interests such as financial innovation and payments connectivity. Ripple Singapore and Binance Asia receive important payment license. Back then in 2020, the Monetary Authority of Singapore grants an exemption to Ripple Singapore and Binance Asia to provide payment services in the country. That could be huge. going into the future, right? The Monetary Authority of Singapore published a list of companies that received an exemption under the Payment Services Act. The list of beneficiary companies is extensive and includes Ripple Labs Singapore and Binance Asia Services, among other major payment companies such as PayPal and Google Payments. That's some pretty good company to be in for Binance and Ripple, right? My Google phone just went off. I think my Google phone's listening to everything I say. Seems like it. Project Uben's central bank digital currency development efforts and foundational digital infrastructures by connecting the undeserved with financial services, right? We just heard that with Mojaloop, right? So then we keep going. Temasek, right? Ripple, Temasek, Project Uben. We're seeing the connections here, right? But let's keep going. So then they talk about Project Nexus, Monetary Authority of Singapore also having their hands in Project Nexus. So a lot of these kind of projects that the BIS or Monetary Authority of Singapore are involved with, you know, or I mean, I'm trying to say MAS is involved with these, and they're involving, you know, DLT and improving payments, right? Nexus is a blueprint for instant cross-border payments. Around 60 countries now have instant payment systems which allow payments between banks accounts in just seconds. Connecting them together through platforms could enable cross-border payments that are faster, cheaper, and easier to access and more transparent. Right? And look at this. BIS is now developing a technological prototype and working with the MAS, Bank of Italy, right? PayNet in Malaysia to connect payment systems of Singapore, Malaysia, and the Euro area in an experimental proof of concept. The project complements the ongoing work of the G20 FSB and CPMI to enhance cross-border payments. It's all about cross-border payments now, guys. It's all about cross-border payments. And look how clever they use their wording. This came out just yesterday, by the way. Central bank liquidity bridges for cross-border payments. And look at that. Well, I think we know a bridge asset, an original intention of from the very beginning that this project was created was to become a bridge asset, XRP, right? XLM, of course, serving different use case, but could be a bridge as well. There's a mod fight in the chat. We'll check it out in just a second. Wait, Jazzlove, what are you doing, dude? Why is Jazzlove... What's going on, Jazzlove? Jazzlove, man. What's going on here, dude? Sorry, man. You've been de-wrenched. I'm sorry to say. Jazzlove, dude. Jazzlove. These aren't just people on the internet, man, that I'm reading texts of. I'm not just reading a Twitter sometimes I read Twitter posts. Yes, I'll share Twitter posts with you guys because I'm trying to follow like the BIS Twitter or the IMF Twitter. You know, these aren't just people on the internet, dude. These are the banks of banks. So are you really by yourself going to just go check out the BIS.org and try to find these PDFs? And wouldn't it be better to be sharing it with the group so you guys can have like a dialogue with each other to try to understand more of what the Bank of International Settlements is trying to do in terms of implementing distributed ledger technology? Like, why keep it to myself when I can get you guys to give me, you know, tell me, yeah, this sounds pretty legit, G, or I'm not too sure, man, we'll see. You know, like, I want to be talking with y'all. Jazzlove, I'm getting angry because you're saying what I'm doing is not worth my time. And it's not worth your time, apparently. You just said a normal thing? Dude, a normal thing? You literally said something that came with some like kind of, you know, bad vibes, man. What's funny is that you are reading stuff to us that we can read all by ourselves. Are you guys really going to read all that stuff by yourself? All those articles and websites that I just shared that I took time to freaking search? You know how long it takes to find all this stuff and to make it into a presentation? But yeah, I'm sure you check out all this stuff by yourself though, right? You do it all by yourself. Well, that's good, but I like sharing it with people so I can have a dialogue. All right? I did not mean to insult. Okay. I mean, no need to be angry. All right, right on, man. I mean, but you're just saying, you know, I get offended when people are saying like, you know, what's funny is like you're wasting your time. That's basically what I got out of that message. Is like, oh, we can all just be doing this by ourselves, so why are we here on your stream? You know what I'm saying? So like if you could be doing this all by yourself, man, then why are you here? Right? If you want to be doing this all by yourself, then why are you here? That's why I depend on G to present it to me. I mean, you don't have to depend on me for anything, man, but I'm just trying to like get, you know, I share these links to you guys so you guys can look into it deeper as well. It's just stuff that I'm coming across and what I'm doing. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. But Jazzlove wants to tell me what to do and tell me, hey, you don't have to be sharing this information because we can just read it ourselves. Todd L, what's up, man? Zeno in the house. Yeah, that too, man. He did ban E4 for just saying LOL. And he's a freaking green giant. Are you kidding me? Like, dude, Jazzlove, if you're genuinely sorry, man, just like show it, you know, show it in the chat, man. Bring the good vibes. You know, if you're trying to give us some tough love and tough truth, I'm cool with that too, man. But there's ways of how you can present that and still make this a contribution that's like helps us build, right? Helps us grow, helps the community grow. Don't forget to hit that like button, yo. Appreciate you, Zeno. Thanks, man. I can always take suggestions. Ricky Bustamante. Yeah. Spread the good word, brother. No worries. Then have a conversation with me. Dude, you're trying really hard to get like on camera with me for some reason. Like, why do you need, like, you haven't built up my trust so far, my dude. Right now you're trying to like get me to talk to you, but yet you're, you know, you're banning people in my group who are my members of the channel. And yet you're like, dude, have a conversation with me, talk with me. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to talk with someone who does like kind of very odd things like that, where they just like start banning people within my channel and then they're trying to act like they're a fan and want to like convince me of something. You know, it's just not going to work out, Jazzlove. It's just not going to work out, dude. I'm sorry, man. BLUECREW, do what you will with him. Do what you will. You guys have, I mean, you guys can always do whatever you want, but yeah, no worries, man. It's just not going to work out, dude. It's just not going to work out. I appreciated your time, G. Now, I'm a truck driver and don't have time to stop and read. Alex E, no worries, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. So central bank liquidity bridges for cross-border payments. We've been hearing about liquidity and bridges now, and it's funny how they kind of just cover it up, right? They never want to say directly Ripple or XRP. And remember, this news is just coming out yesterday. And, you know, with the top 21 finalists for the G20 Tech Sprint, not many people knew about that news, right? Not many people are watching what the BIS is doing, especially with this event that's going on, this CBDC challenge. We paid close attention to their ISO 20022 hackathon that led to Mojaloop being a winner, Interledger Protocol being a winner, working best in tandem with ISO 20022. And now we're here at the G20 Tech Sprint CBDC Challenge, and top 3 finalists of the 21 that are listed are R3, Ripple, and Stellar, right? And now we're hearing this talk of central bank liquidity bridges. Do you think it's going to use a bridge asset? The G20 Crossborder Payments program has identified funding costs as contributing to the high cost of cross-border payments. This partly reflects the costs of banks' fragmented holdings of liquidity and collateral in different currencies across multiple jurisdictions. Central bank liquidity bridges can help reduce these costs by allowing payment system participants to post collateral at a foreign central bank to be able to draw on intraday liquidity from their home central bank. So can help reduce the cost by allowing payment system participants to post collateral as a foreign central bank to be able to draw on intraday liquidity from their home central bank. Man, that's a lot to... I don't even know how to decipher that, but... CLB, or central bank liquidity bridges, entail setup and running costs, and the risks need to be managed through adequate risk control measures. By adopting a parsimonious design and leveraging existing systems and arrangements, the associated costs and complexities can be reduced. So what is parsimonious? What is the definite? That is a very unique word to be using. Parsimonious. Exhibiting or marked by, frugal, to the point of stinginess, cheap, uncharitable, ungenerous, tight. Okay, let's say tight. So a stingy, tight thing. Where is it? Where's that post that I just had? There we go. So by adopting a tight design and leveraging existing systems and arrangements, the associated costs and complexities can be reduced. The case for establishing a CBLB depends on the context. The current environment of excess liquidity in many jurisdictions probably weakens that case, everything else equal, but this situation may not last forever. Haha. Right? They know about the changeover to a digital financial system. They know the shift to the ISO 20022 standard. They know central bank competition's about to ramp up and really open up a whole new world of finance, right? Very interesting to see what these central bank liquidity bridges for cross-border payments. Man, they want to say Ripple so bad. They want to say Ripple so bad. Oh well, back to the news. Exactly, Alchemist. Oh, Legendary taking the step. What's up, Legendary? Todd. That's hilarious, man. Prison rules. Should make this an 18+ channel. I want them to say Ripple. Dude, I want them to say Ripple so bad too, Alchemist. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that would be crazy. Because now that we know Ripple's name has been acknowledged by the G20, you know, BIS as the G20 Tech Finalists, that's already them saying Ripple at least a little bit. But man, once we get an announcement of who the winners are, and if the winners are Ripple or Stellar or R3, dude, one of those tokens can just go absolutely nuts, right? And I'm not trying to sound super moon boy here. I probably do sound very moon boy. But you know, we're going with it. We're going with it. But here, I'm trying to find that document really quick. Give me a sec. Finalists. 21 finalists. Sorry if it's a little bit messier today, guys. Usually I have all this info like lined up and ready to share. We will. So CBDC Insider sharing it, but it was on BIS's homepage. We have a video showing BIS's listing of it. But there you go. There's Ripple. There's Stellar in consortium with eCurrency and ANZ. And then R3. Right? So good to see Ripple there, though. So if G20, the G20 Tech Sprint, announces any one of these 3 as winners, that is huge. I'm already surprised that these 3 are even in the top 21 in the world. right? And apparently the top 8 in the top 8 of building effective, robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. All the other ones are providing solutions to enable financial inclusion or to improve connectivity and interoperability. But right here, Ripple, Stellar, and R3 in the top 8 for building effective, robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. Why not, man? Why not XLM, XRP, and XDC all on the moon here, like Bird Dog is saying? Or, no, somebody else just said. Todd L. What's up, Bird Dog? Not much, man. We were just looking at, a bunch of stuff involving the Monetary Authority of Singapore, Project Nexus, Project Uben, and how Monetary Authority of Singapore has their hands in all of it, along with Accenture. And we know Accenture loves Ripple. We know Monetary Authority Singapore is collaborating with Ripple, right? And they're collaborating with the BIS Innovation Hub. They announced Mojaloop as the winners of the ISO 20022 hackathon, right? Which MAS is in consortium with Ripple with. And then also the BIS talking about... Oh, did I delete that one already? I think I did. But the BIS talking about central bank liquidity bridges. And then funny enough, if you look at the Eurozone, they talk about central bank liquidity lines, right? So we're seeing all these bridges, lines, what's it called? Central bank digital currencies, cross-border payments, right? The need for interoperability, right? And then right here, a company called Ripple provider global financial settlement solutions to help exchange in a much more simple way. It claims it will give rise to the Internet of Value. Banks, financial institutions, and market makers around the world are partnering with Ripple. This is Accenture saying this, you guys. This isn't BitBoy, right? And this was written in 2017, right? Accenture being part of it mostly, and then it looks like IoT Connected Commerce and some others involved in this article as well. But let's get into the deep reds, and then we'll read some of the Twitter news. Federal Reserve announces establishment of temporary U.S. dollar liquidity arrangements with other central banks. This was established in 2020, but Monetary Authority Singapore in there as well, right? All right. Thanks for your patience, everybody. All right. I got to delete so many windows. All right, we're going to go into the deep red sections. Cryptos that we're looking that are on the BLUECREW list here that we're looking for some value on. You know, stuff that's like down 90+% even, possibly, right? We've enjoyed in the past 30 days, Rowan token now up above the 007 range. We were talking about it at that 006 range. Maybe a good time to take profits if you're happy with 34%. I think I might play this one until it hits a penny. I think I'm going to take the risk and just keep compounding the interest. But this is a nice relief rally, man. I usually probably would take some profits off of this, but I think I'm just going to keep going. Stronghold token is probably my favorite one right here in the deep reds here, you guys. I can't believe Stronghold token is at 000876. You can get 1 million Stronghold tokens for about $875 or $900. That is absurd. Absurd. For the type of connections this platform has, for being able to do liquidity pulls through Stellar on Stellar X with Stronghold token, and down 91% on the year. This crypto does run when it does, right? We've been here before with Stronghold, right? In 2020, hell, when the project even was announced in 2019 and we discovered it in the Interledger Protocol Summit, right? And this thing has very interesting moments with volume, right? Let's say right here when it started out in 2019, it started out at 5,000 volume. I'm not sure if Livecoin Watch's volume is accurate here, but it shows high fluctuation in volume, right? But it was under 00 for a really long time. And then next thing you know, it just starts going to 003. And then all of a sudden we're at 6 cents in the span of like just a couple of weeks with Stronghold token, right? And this was back in 5/16/2021. Stronghold token has sold off considerably since then, and now it looks like it's flatlining. We're going to play the flat line here and try to gobble up a good amount of Stronghold token here. I really like this crypto in the deep red section. Probably my favorite deep red crypto out there right now. AKT, hopefully some people were, hearing us. We talked about these Cosmos ecosystem tokens about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and Rowan was on there, AKT was on there, right? I would even say, yeah, I know it seems like it's a lot of the Cosmos ecosystem tokens here, but you're seeing a little bit of a relief rally, right? It's because they were just oversold. Now, what we do with the relief rally, I like taking profits, right? Some of them I'm just playing planning on holding on a little bit longer because I do believe in the project a little more so. But if I'm getting 30+% gains off some of these cryptos, I think I'm considering taking some profits unless, I'm just here for the long term anyway on them, right? Like in the past 24 hours, or, you had ETN, one of our on the radar cryptos that was at 002. Now I'm shift over to 003 range. That was a big win for us, and maybe it's a good time to be taking profits. I'm not sure. But now that they have smart contracts like launching on this platform and they have a test net for it, I think I'm going to be holding on to ETN a little bit longer, especially since it's part of the Digital Dollar Foundation, or Digital Pound Foundation, I mean. IrisNet, another Cosmos ecosystem token that had a nice relief rally. That was in our deep red section about a couple of weeks ago, right? Same thing with Osmosis Zone. Same thing with Juno Network, right? We're seeing a little bit of a revival here in the Cosmos ecosystem. We liked Atom under $9, now over $9 to $9.30. So some good movement here in the cryptos, but let's not look at the greens. Let's keep looking at the deep reds here. Let's go for the over the year type of stuff here. And once again, I think SHX is on my target right here. I like Smartlands token if you dig the Stellar ecosystem. Stellar ecosystem definitely has some good opportunities going on for it right now, with some really cheap prices on their tokens, and Stellar definitely being one of them. I really like ShareRing right here at 002 as well. T-Fuel looks pretty appealing, but I don't know if I would be chasing this pump. Sologenic I'm liking here, guys. Sologenic, the closer we get to 10 cents, the more I'm really liking the, just the appeal of Solo. I really like it here at 20 cents, though, you guys. I think Sologenic is a great price range right now, especially considering the oncoming launch of Corium, the growth of their NFT marketplace, and just it being 80% down and just clearly oversold at this point. And we know, just like history has told us, same thing with SHX and same thing here with Solo, you get high volatility. It went down to 8 cents. We were talking about it being a deal at 10 cents, and then it even touched 8 cents for a second, and then it had an historic rise within a couple of weeks or within a week or so, and went all the way up to $6.37. That is amazing, you guys. So, not saying that Solo is going to have that movement again, right? But I think right here where we're at, I think Solo is clearly oversold. And now imagine some positive momentum going for Flare Networks. And all of a sudden, maybe the positive momentum with XRP and what's, leading up to October for a lot of stuff, right? The G20 Tech Sprint announcing their winners. I mean, XRPL can all of a sudden pick up some really good momentum. Shout out to the Hex community out there for making some 13% gains in the past 30 days. I know there's a strong Hex community in the XRP community, and I have no clue why, but, either way, just shout out to them. They're making some gains. Reaper token people are making some gains as well. I still like Songbird here at 2.5, man. I can't believe Songbird didn't follow Flare as much. But, hell, that means more opportunities to just gobble up some more, in my opinion. So, I would say SHX and Songbird are two of my favorite ones right now in the deep red section. Sologenic, Smartlands, Rowan token, Filecoin. I mean, damn, Filecoin at 5.30. That was on the radar as well. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream. Thanks so much for the Blue Crew, the Green Giants. Thanks for the 18 viewers, the 18 likes. But let's not wrap it up just yet. We didn't even go over the Twitter stuff. We went over so much of the Monetary Authority of Singapore and trying to figure out this CBDC challenge event that's going on in Bank of Indonesia that we forgot to check this out. So here's an oldie but goodie about SHX, because I like looking into research on stuff when I'm, throwing in some money on SHX, especially around this price. Interledger protocol. Stronghold USD is the first asset-backed US dollar enabled connector on the ILP. We are thrilled to share with the ILP community that Stronghold USD is the first asset-backed US dollar enabled connector on ILP. As a blockchain-enabled fintech company, Stronghold is committed to improving transparency and efficiency. That's why we've integrated our platform with Interledger, an open protocol suite that is used to send payments across multiple ledgers. Excuse me. XLM Saturn, what's up, dude? Oh, I love XLM, dude. Love XLM. Love both XLM and XRP. I don't know if you've heard about this. You'll probably dig this a lot, my dude. CBDC Challenge Finalists 21. Here we go. I don't know if you know about this, man, so I think you'll get really excited by seeing it. But there you go. In the problem statement 1, building effective and robust means to issue, distribute, and transfer CBDCs. Well, look who's here. R3, Ripple, and Stellar. So hell yeah, man. XLM is definitely looking very, very bullish with that type of news as well. And, I think XLM, we're talking about SHX right now. Definitely they're very involved with the Stellar ecosystem as well as Ripple, right? So just as the internet uses open protocols like TCP to transmit packets of data using router, Interledger directs packets of money across independent payment networks via connectors. Our partnership establishes Stronghold as a connector that facilitates cross-ledger and cross-currency transaction fulfillment, and also unveils Stronghold USD as the first asset-backed US dollar-enabled connector to the Interledger. Exciting times, and I do believe Stronghold is going to be here for the long run. So taking advantage of this crypto, which we're highlighting on our deep red sections. We're going to just crash and burn with this one, man. We've crashed and burned with so many other type of cryptos out there. We've crashed and burned with, TNT, for example, Tyrion back in the day. We're crashing and burning with AKT right now, the AkashNet, compared to when we were talking about it originally and where it is at now. But we feel like they're involved with Interledger protocols, so we're going to keep supporting Akash, and we're going to keep supporting Stronghold token here, even though it's down 90+% on the year. I'm looking forward to a good relief rally here. If we can get a relief rally that takes us up to about 0.005 or even a penny, my lord, man, the type of gains that could be made just from Stronghold alone. I'm not trying to get other people to FOMO. I'm just sharing my perspective and what I'm seeing. Obviously, I'm excited, but once again, I'm taking the risk here, you guys. I'm not telling you to do anything. And shout out to the new people in here. XLM Saturn, here's a wrench. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Thanks for tuning in. What else do we got going on here? So yeah, looking in the Twitter news. So that was one of the oldie but goodies about ILP and Stronghold's connections right there. And once again, thanks to any new subs. Stellar, the Stellar network has now passed 7 million accounts. That's good to hear. I was just posting here, ILP Interledger is the value layer to the IP Internet Protocol. The data layer, right? This week, the governor of the Bank of France outlined the central bank's expansion of its work on a wholesale CBDC. He wants the bank to be ready to support the EU's DLT, that's the key word, guys, that's what this channel's all about, pilot regime for tokenized securities, which comes into force on March 23rd, 2023. Keep your eyes out on that year, man. 2023 could be massive for DLT expansion. And of course, We're going to be seeing a lot of ISO 20022 implementation happening in the coming years, guys. So just being prepped that we're transitioning slowly but surely. But, you know, launching of ISO 20022 by smaller banks and then it starting to ripple out, showing the benefits of that messaging standard, and who knows, maybe perhaps a global catalyst like a Swift cyber attack or something like that could accelerate the adoption of the necessity to use distributed ledger technology, to use faster payments, CBDCs, ISO 20022. AKT is a real deal. I'll DCA into AKT later. So you think AKT is going to go down to like 10 cents, Bird Dog? This is the website to CPRX. It has 3 billion total token supply and it's ERC20 though. Okay. We'll check it out though. We'll check it out though, Sniff. We'll support Sniff here. So crypto perks so far not loading the website for me. Maybe my connection's just a little off. Let's see, crypto perks. We'll add it to the list, my dude. It's down 68%. Okay, so you're liking it as an opportunity here. You can only get it through Uniswap. But it looks like it could be a good opportunity. So yeah, that's for Sniff. Sniff highlighting cyber perks as a possible good deep red opportunity there. I've been liking Index's volatility recently. It went up, it shot up as high as like $4 plus just recently, and then it came back down to $3.21. I like its connections with Coinbase and Ethereum. I also just like the symbolism of the owl. You know, this one's just kind of one that I'm throwing a little money in with the super low supply and just seeing what happens with this one. If it could even get to like $30, that's a nice 10x from its all-time high. Yep, I've checked out Project Dunbar as well. Yeah, XLM. We were talking about Project Nexus just earlier and talking about Project Dunbar, Project Uben, right? Gee, I'm not going to catch every boat. I hear you, Bird Dog. I hear you, man. It's hard, man. It's hard to, you know, I'm the same way, dude. It's like you can only spread yourself so thin, right? Dunbar is the place with the highest amount of sunny days in the world. Interesting. I like that, man. Good look. Dude, XLM Saturn, this is the type of info I like right here. Have you ever wondered why they name SHX as Stronghold? I don't know why. Can you share some info? Just because it's a stronghold to have? I thought Seattle was the sunniest. And Saturn is... Oh, dude, we definitely know the Saturn symbolism. We definitely... Dude, that made me so bullish back... Like, back in the day, XLM had a different logo, right? Than the one that it does have right now. And it was just a rocket logo, right? Or something. I loved when they transitioned to their new logo because... I mean, in a way, I didn't like it because I'm not, like, for the, you know, NWO and stuff. But we know that they're Saturn worshippers for sure. And, you know... Oh, XLM, tell me, man. No, you don't have to yell at me, dude. Just tell me what's up, man. You're bringing some education to the Blue Crew here. Best to stay with a few and focused, in my opinion. Alchemist, I hear you, man. I hear you. For me, it's having a hodl portfolio and stacking that up every once in a while. And then having some fun with the tradle portfolio and hoping to make some profits or get some passive income that I could just keep throwing into the hodl portfolio. I get you, man. I get you. I mean, I just saw like all caps and multiple exclamation points. So I know you're not like yelling for real vocally, but I hear you. Like, you know, Ripple is Triskelin. Check that rocket of Stellar. Yep, exactly, right? Oh yeah, the rocket of Stellar is also a Triskelin too, right? Need to get XLM on live. Yeah, XLM Saturn. We need to get him on here quick. XLM Saturn, I mean... You know what? Just so Jazzy Love could get a little bit like freaking I don't know. I don't like doing this, but why not, man? Let's have it's a Friday. Let's just do this. XLM Saturn, man. Bring it. Here we go, dude. I'm going to set up a meeting. If you want to come on the live and share some of your XLM knowledge, please do so. Let me just set this up really quick. There we go. And I'm going to send you the invite, my dude. Feel free to come on in. Here's the invite to the chat. If you want to jump in, XLM Saturn, no pressure. You could say, no, I don't want to jump on in. But yeah, no pressure. Legendary was just saying it. I thought it'd be a funny idea. XLM Saturn fits right in with the loons. Yeah, exactly. I'm really into stacking Crow. Good staking option on the DeFi wallet. Yeah, for sure, man. Crow and Kava. Crow and Kava are really fun in the Cosmos ecosystem. And like I said, you know, with eRowan token, hopefully we're at a bottom here with the eRowan token, that because it has a 0.00% APY going for it right now. So if we're catching it at a bottom here with eRowan token, there could be some good momentum that hopefully it takes us up to about a penny or maybe 2 pennies, and then we can start cashing out some of those rewards, you know, getting some of our initial investment back and then just letting the house play the game, right? Yeah, you can come on and not have to use the camera, dude. I just shared the link here. I'm going to share it again. Gee, what do you think about XDC? Dude, I'm more bullish on it now after seeing R3 there for the CBDC challenge. I think I definitely would try to keep increasing some of my XDC bags along with XRP and XLM. But we got XLM Saturn in the building here. Let me just pause the music, man, and welcome you in and get your volume up so we can hear you. Give me a sec. What's up, XLM Saturn? Good to have you, dude. Do you hear me? I think you're muted. I'm going to ask to unmute. Thoughts on DAG? Constellation seems interesting. I think I would hodl a bag of DAG just to see what happens. I'm not too big of a fan of, you know, of like direct acyclic graph structures, but they are unique forms of consensus that maybe can improve over time. So things like HBAR, IOTA, DAG, those seem interesting. Debut appearance and live. Let him in. You're in, dude. You're in, bro. You could speak. You just got to unmute your mic. Can you hear me? DAG now on BitTrue. That's awesome. All right, XLM. We'll give you a few minutes to figure it out.
Hey, am I audible now?
All right, oh, yeah, we hear you. We hear you. But you got to stop the YouTube video in the background.
All right, oh, yeah, we hear you. But the thing is that I hear two voices here. I don't know which one, how to. But the thing is that I hear two voices here. I don't know which one, how to. But the thing is that I hear two voices here. I don't know which one, how to.
Okay. I'm going to mute you for a second.
I don't know which one.
I'm going to mute you for a second. XLM, I don't know if you're playing the YouTube video in the background, but you got to delete, you know, you got to remove the window for the YouTube video and then just be in this chat with me so we don't hear feedback. I think the feedback is coming from your end, my dude.
Oh, okay. I did that. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, now can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Great. How does the BLUECREW hear? How can the people in the chat just talk a little bit?
All right, so I'm a little bit about myself. I'm from Singapore, and I'm a PhD candidate here. And I've been reading a lot of stuff with regards, you know, this conspiracy and stuff. Um, Fortunately for me, in these 6 months of my research, I have found out some things that have told me that XLM is the one, and I would be happy to share here if you would so like.
Sure.
Do you want?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're bullish on XRP, XLM, and XDC, but definitely the two XRP and XLM we're the most bullish on out of our whole portfolio. So I'm very interested.
Okay, so the thing is that of course there are two kinds of people who are researching on crypto, right? One is people who are into conspiracy and like complete conspiracy, like Extravord, for example, the channel Extravord. However, most often I see that their claims of conspiracy is not really provable,
Right.
and and the other is people like you who also read stuff from BIS or IMF or World Bank or other stuff, right? I'm somewhere in between. Like I even though I have formal education in this political economy, I also have been researching on conspiracy. So today I would only talk about conspiracy. I will not talk about BIS and IMF because that would be for some other time.
Understood.
um Hello.
Understood. Yes, got it.
Okay. Okay. So I would today only talk about the conspiracy. So the thing is that I think that um, the American government only wants XLM to succeed at the end of it all. I'll tell you why. Because um, you notice how Stellar's first symbol was um, a rocket, right?
Right.
But if you notice the rocket is essentially in the shape of a fleur de lis. You know what's a fleur de lis?
How do you spell it? Fleur de lis?
Yeah, it's FLEUR
Uh huh.
space
Uh huh.
DE
Uh huh.
and then space LYS, fleur de lis.
Okay. Go on.
So basically, fleur de lis is the lily flower, which is related to the royalty from France and Britain. And basically, they are also related to the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers in the sense that um, it is the symbol of Jesus, right? Now, the reason why XRP is X is because it's
Sorry, go on.
hello.
Yeah, we're listening. I'm just showing people the Stellar Rocket logo and showing them the Fleur de Lis logo.
Okay, so if you notice the fleur de lis logo is three how to say three flower petals in the shape of a rocket, like open side by side the rocket picture or a rocket symbol of Stellar.
Yep, I've been
If you
doing that. I'm
notice,
going back and forth on both images
if
right
you,
now on
if
the
you
live stream.
notice, the wings of the rocket are pointing downwards,
Right,
like the fleur de lis, because the apex petal is straight ahead, you know.
right.
And XRP is the Triskelion, as you rightly know, but it's only about regeneration. Now, the reason why I say that is because the there is a book by Satoshi Nakamoto, and it's called Ripple and Waves, or Waves and Ripple, something like that. You can Google it right now. Waves and Ripple. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yes.
And in that book, there is a riddle inside, which is very simple to understand. If you could please open Google and write down five cured keepers dance.
Five cured. What is
Keepers,
keepers?
keepers, Kippers, keepers dance.
Okay.
Wild stallion, hooves ripple. And then you will get one of the like the first searches would be from this book, and somebody would have posted on Twitter this riddle. Can you open that?
Okay. Five cured kippers dance, wild stallion hooves ripple, only one truth north.
Exactly. Now I'll tell you why this is there, because so five cured keepers dance. So cured keepers are nothing but securities, like red herring prospectus, because cured keepers are red herring fishes, and red herring prospectus is nothing but security prospectus in a stock exchange. You know,
Okay.
you know what I mean. So if you read, sorry, if you Google what is cured keepers, you will see that it means two things. It means red herring. Red herring could mean again two things. One, as in stock market, the securities, or second is that it's something that is made to show you something else, whereas something else is happening in the background. If you Google what is red herring, you will find out that this is what it means. And five cured keepers is nothing but red herring, because you can Google what cured keepers are and it would show you that cured keepers in England are red herrings. Okay, so there could be two meanings to it. Uh, and then it says wild stallion hooves Ripple. Wild stallion is nothing but the SEC, because the SEC hooved Ripple. It put a case on Ripple, you know.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then it says there can be only one true north. The reason why it says true north is because a lot of people don't know, but in astrology, what we see as our North Star right now, which is Polaris, was not what used to be the North Star when Egypt was making the pyramids. It was a star named Thuban, and you can read about it because every 26,000 years, there is a wobbling effect on Earth's axis. And as a result of which, um, the Earth's North Star changes after every 26,000 years. You can read about it. You can Google right now.
Okay.
Thuban, Thuban, Thuban. Okay.
Okay.
So when Egyptians were making pyramids, Thuban was the star that was the North Star, not our star that we have today. And af- after 8,000 years from now or 12,000 years from now, the star will change again to the third star, which is, I think, Dracho or something. That's the name. I forgot the name. So he's saying that there could be only one true star, or rather, true north out of the fourth. And the reason why he's saying there could be only one is because Thuban is related to Saturn. If you again read into the mythology of Egypt, you will read about the story of Osiris and Horus. Osiris was the bigger king, but he was reborn as Horus, and Horus was nothing but Saturn. Now you will ask me, how do I know this? Because it's mentioned on the website of NASA. Can you believe it? It's
Mm-hmm.
mentioned on the website of NASA. So go to the website of NASA and you can read about Saturn mythology. It's really strange why an
They.
organization
Yeah. Why an organization like that has something like that?
mythology of Saturn,
Yeah.
it's really strange. And they have written about this, that Horus was the star of Saturn. And when you read about Egyptian mythology, you would find out that Saturn was the star that fell from the constellation which had Thuban in it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that constellation is called Draco. Now, this is one part of it. The second part, again, coming back to the Fleur de Lis, is because the French royalty got to know of this concept. I think a lot of people don't know, but um, the Fleur de Lis is nothing but the Saturn symbology. You can read about this as well, and you will find out that the reason why there are three petals is because in the concept of Christianity there is Father, Son, and Spirit, Holy Spirit, right? So those three are nothing but one. So one and three. That's why David Schwartz keep tweeting the number one and three a lot of times,
Right.
because 13. And if you notice, Flare Network also got launched on 13th of this month, 13th of 7, and 7 is Saturn. So if you right now go to the website of Twitter and you open the Flare account, you would find out that Flare has put a GIF where a flare spark is going in the air, and behind it, a train is moving really fast. And they just posted it before the launch or something like that on 12th or 13th. And the reason is again related to Fleur-de-Lis. I think I can talk to you about this one on one because this goes into a lot of details. But another thing which is very important is that in that book of uh, Satoshi Nakamoto, if you can please open the introduction part of that book, because a lot of people don't read the introduction of books, but in that book the introduction clearly says that a lot of people are going to go crazy about the ripple painting, the main painting, or but in reality the one that would shine is um, the drawings by some other Japanese artist by black, which used black ink. If you notice in your ledger, if you go and open your ledger, you will see that ripple is always denoted with blue lines, whereas stellar is denoted with black lines. Have you ever noticed that in your ledger?
Like where on the ledger? On the
So go to
accounts
ledger live.
page?
So if you have ledger live right now, if you
Y-
go on ledger live, open the app and there open your XRP account, you would see in the graph section they're depicting the XRP growth or downside with a blue colored line, whereas for stellar they're using it for black as black colored lines. Not only
Okay,
this,
interesting.
yeah, you can check it out. Also, I'll tell you one more thing which is very important is because I'm sure you know that the minimal value of or the most basic unit of XRP is the drop, right?
Right.
Do you know what is the most basic unit of Stellar?
It's a lumen, right?
No,
Oh, what is it?
the most it's Stroop, STROOP, Stroop. You know
Okay.
what
What does
you
that
know what I
mean?
mean? So go on Google right now and check
Stroop
and write
effect.
Stroop XLM, and then it will take you to stellar.org and where they're explaining what Stroop is. So just as drop is the unit for XRP, the unit for lumen is Stroop, STROOP.
Okay.
And the reason why they call it Stroop is because Stroop is nothing but maple syrup.
Huh.
In the Netherlands or in Europe, they call maple syrup as Stroop. And maple syrup was the honey of the ancient people. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And that's exactly why.
I love this,
Uh,
man. I love where you're going with this. I mean, I think it's fun to at least entertain and just hear it out because, like, I think it's just like listening to a fun story, but it is interesting. Like, it is interesting. I talk about it a lot on this channel. The value of why are our eyes being presented with certain things, or why do these companies choose certain symbols, or even movies that are showing certain symbology or saying certain words for some
I
reason.
mean, Back to the Future has
Yeah.
depicted everything, like everything. There is everything in that movie.
Right.
But okay, that's for some other
Yeah,
time
yeah, I hear
discussion.
you. I hear you. But yeah, if you want to just like kind of round it up and whatnot, but definitely love your contribution here. We do a video meeting get-togethers like this, more formally with like more people coming in, and I think you
Yeah.
would be have a lot of fun talking with all of us there.
Yeah, but just give me 2 more minutes if
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
don't
got you.
mind.
No, no, keep going, man. I'm digging it, and the chat is saying they find it very interesting as well. Some
So if you
some
know,
people are saying, oh, it's just they're saying other things too, but this is what
yeah,
we
yeah, of
like this
course.
type
I
of
mean, I
stuff. Go
know,
on.
but I can tell them a lot of things about IMF, World Bank. Do you know that there's an article from 8 or 9 years ago on e-money on the IMF website, and it's completely what is happening right now. But again, that's for
Right,
another
right.
time. So Stroop, and Stroop is maple syrup. Now, the reason why they call XLM is because of xylem. Do you know what is xylem?
What is Xylem?
XYLEM, xylem.
Okay.
Xylem is nothing but is
Water
that part of the
solutions.
plant?
Oh,
Is
okay.
that part of the plant from which
Oh,
sap is
nice.
made? And sap leads to maple syrup, you
Huh.
know? And that's why they call it XLM, because it's xylem. And that's why it's a utility, because the utility of xylem in a plant is to take water to the leaves.
Right. Exactly. So do you think
So
what
just a second, XLM is the water drop that would be transported through XLM, because XLM will be the currency or the utility.
right. And how could we meet at the middle and see how this could work with both drops and stroops?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Stroop is a unit of maple syrup, right? Or rather lumens, XLM. And stroop means maple syrup. Maple
Right.
syrup is made by sap. Sap is a result of xylem.
Right.
Xylem, the use of xylem in a plant. So xylem sap is basically maple syrup. Basically,
Right, right, right. Yes.
you can Google it.
No,
And
yeah, we got it. We got it up on the chat here. I'm showing when you're telling me to search it or something, and I'm putting it up on the
so
stream.
xylem is
Yeah.
something basically. So xylem basically is something that is um, taking water from the roots to the leaves. And what is drops? What is water? XRP is the water,
Right.
because it's liquidity, on demand liquidity.
Right.
So the apparatus of utility, or rather the how to say, the uh, infrastructure of this financial system is basically stellar lumens, because those are xylems, and inside
Ah.
it water will flow to bring liquidity to the financial markets.
Ah, I see. I see. But isn't
Yep.
it in a way that both need each other to work?
Yes, yes, both need each other to work. However, the thing is that the liquidity doesn't need XRP. The liquidity can be used by just by a ripple net, you know.
Right, but doesn't using a digital asset though cut the costs even more so than just what a
Yes,
standard messaging would be? So
yes, it would.
right.
But then there could always be central bank digital currencies or individual tokens of banks that they could use, like JP Morgan coin or some other coin. So that's the thing that only, scares me about XRP. However, I also think that why would America give all the world a chance to buy XRP and not its citizens? Tell me this. Doesn't make sense, right? I mean, right now everybody in the world is buying XRP except for Americans. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how it makes sense to other people. So unless and until it's something which is trying to distract people from the real thing,
I think
I
it's also part of the level playing field where they maybe want to give the rest of the world a chance at XRP to catch up with what
yeah, but
the
not to the
US would
citizens
probably
of
do.
other countries, to the governments of other countries, sure. So level playing field is between the governments,
Right, right, right.
not between.
Yes, 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 yes. But
And by
also, you could buy XRP in the US through Uphold and some other platforms that are still supported in the US. But I understand what you're getting at is that I think they maybe the 2018 spike maybe drew too much interest to XRP from the US, and maybe that's why
yeah,
they wanted to cut off some gateways and do the SEC case. And 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 you were bringing up earlier red herring. I think the red herring may not be Ripple. I think the red herring is the SEC and this Ripple SEC you know lawsuit, because what are we seeing happening underneath it? Ripple being a top 21 finalist for the uh, G20 Tech Sprint that's happening right now, right? We're seeing expansions in offices and employees, right? We're still seeing all these other developments happening, but everybody's just focused on, oh well, Ripple and SEC, and I can't invest in it, so what's the point, right?
like
But
I,
I
I
do I
understand.
do see both XRP and XLM being both very pivotal, and XLM does have maybe an advantage because of maybe Jed McCaleb understanding we have to start Stellar Foundation as not a for-profit company. They have to be,
And
non-profit,
that's why,
basically.
no, you are correct. And that's why they will send I think what they will do is they will hand over all the lumen supply to an international bank that emanates from the IMF. I'll tell you why. Because have you read the Economist article from 1988 where they have put the eagle and have you read that
Yeah,
Economist
yeah,
magazine
yeah. I've
1988
seen that.
article?
We've definitely gone over that a good few times, trying to
Yeah,
interpret it.
but if you read that article, I'm sure you've only seen the picture. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
read that
I've only
article.
seen the picture. Yes.
Exactly. But if you read that article says that there will be a currency that would first start from an international bank that descends from an international organization, perhaps the IMF. Now, I don't know why a private company will hand over their coins to an international organization. I think a non-profit organization can hand over their coins to an international organization. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
So, if there is an international organization that is trying to make a global central bank,
Right.
which is a part of the New World Order. I mean, that article, you should read that article. That articles towards the end of it says that there will be a central bank that will come down from an international organization of the likes of IMF.
Right. So
Now,
what do you think of that interview with Ross Lecro, head of the IMF or one of the representatives of IMF with Brad Garlinghouse, and the question of IMF to custody digital assets with the
yeah,
Ripple
but
CEO right next to him?
the thing is that, see, all, I think, I guess, is a plan. I mean, they only want to show you what will instigate you to think in a certain way. So they are not stupid. I mean, if they, I mean, do you think Brad Garlinghouse and that man, that lawyer from the IMF, do not have enough brains to understand that what they are saying on the stage, how people will construe it? They exactly wanted you to construe it in the same way as you are construing it right now.
No, see,
Okay.
I understand that, but then I also zoom out and I go, how many people have actually even seen that video? You know, like only what, a couple thousand, maybe a few, maybe 100,000. Let's say best case scenario, 100,000 people's eyes have come across that video and seen it. Like that's not that
I
many
mean,
people compared to the billions of people who are getting left behind. You know?
that's true. That's true. You're correct there. But I also think that when the transfer of wealth will take place, they will not allow millions of people to benefit because, as I see right
And they
now,
won't. They won't. The SEC case is definitely doing a good job at making sure people won't have access to XRP.
yeah. But if you open the XRP ledger right now, where sorry the thing which talks about the rich list of
Right, right.
XRP, it still shows you people are in the numbers of a million who have XRP, and not
No,
just like one or two, like there are thousands.
that's only the number of accounts, and the number of accounts you can have 5 different XRP
I
accounts.
know,
So those
I know.
numbers could be a little bit inflated, where maybe there's only about 200,000 plus people that hold XRP versus millions of people hoping BTC is going to be $1 million, Ethereum is going to be $50,000. Like, you know, I understand
Okay,
where you're getting at though. Is like they want to make sure
but
the smallest group of people are the ones who benefit the most.
exactly, they don't want. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I don't think that this thing would be so obviously put out that okay, so everybody is focusing only on XRP because most of the let's
Who's
face it,
everybody?
most
Who's everybody though, man? Like the XRP community is very small. There's, you know,
yeah,
being an
but the
XRP and XLM, you are already in the minority of crypto investors that are
I
mostly
know, I
invested in
know,
Bitcoin. You know.
I know, but the SHX and the XLM community is even smaller.
Ah,
And my point is not my so
no, I hear
what they
you. I
are
hear you.
doing
I hear
is
you.
they are trying to uh,
Trick.
people, yeah, so there is a smaller set of people, I understand, the XRP community, but within that smaller set of people there is even a further smaller set of people for XLM.
No,
and
for
within
sure.
that smaller and within that smaller set of people of XLM, there is even a further smaller set of SHX people. And I'll tell you why they have called SHX SHX, because SHX is stronghold, and stronghold means nothing but the nothing but how to say that the forts of
The fort.
empires.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the symbol is fort. Now, why would they want you to? Why would they name it something like fort? Because all this is about the Byzantine Empire.
Right.
I mean, notice how they named the first protocol in Bitcoin as Byzantine, the second one in XRP and XLM as Byzantine fault
Right.
proof protocol.
Right.
Byzantine was the empire. And if you notice, they had strongholds, they had a lot of forts. And that's why they named it as, because it's part of the bigger game. SHX is the part of XLM and XRP.
Yep.
That's why they named it Stronghold.
Yep.
And not just that, if you open that picture of the eagle from the Economist magazine, can you open that picture?
Yeah, sure, no worries.
Now you will see in that picture, if you open it, there is a big eagle, right?
Right.
And that big eagle is in the shape of X. It's basically two hands and two legs, right?
Yeah.
Because it's ripple. And
Right.
on the head of it is a fleur de lis.
Right.
Do you see the head of the eagle? There's the
Yeah.
fleur
I see it. Yeah.
or the rocket of Stellar.
Right.
And what a lot of people say is that, oh, they have a locket or a necklace in the neck of this eagle and they have a gold coin with the stellar symbol. No, this is not the stellar symbol. This is the symbol of golden ratio. Do you know what is golden ratio?
Yeah, I know the golden ratio.
So this is the golden ratio. What they are saying is that there will be a liquidity pool that would be in golden ratio to a fleur de lis. So there will be a triskelion, which is birth, regeneration, and death, right?
Right.
Which is liquidity. And there will be something like the fleur de lis, which would take out the energy from this liquidity pool, because it would be the apparatus for the financial system.
Right.
And of course, it has something to do with gold, because the gold has been placed there on the neck of the eagle. Now, why that is there is because there will be something in the ratio to the gold as a global stable coin. And I think that would be Stellar Lumens. I think the global stable coin will not be XRP, because if you notice, there is the G30. G30 is a group of, how to say, is a group of
Central
think
banks?
tanks.
Okay.
No. Think tanks. So what you're saying is G20 and G7 and G8. That's different. G30 is a research organization. And G30 published some time ago an article, or a report rather, on digital currencies, and it said that a currency like Ripple can be the future stablecoin, global stablecoin. And even Mark Carney has reviewed that article, and Mark Carney was the ex-governor of the British central bank, Britain central bank. So Mike Carney is saying something like that. Same Mike Carney went to Jackson Hole in USA to present a speech some years ago, where he said the dollar will have to be changed into something new. And if you open that article, you would find out that in that article they have written that there can be a currency like XRP. They did not say XRP, they said like XRP. How did XLM come into existence? Through XRP. Of course, it's an improved program. Of course, it's an improved protocol, but it can do everything that XRP can do. There is nothing extra that XRP is doing in addition to XLM. In fact, XLM has extra capabilities than XRP. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I would say I disagree a little bit. Like, I do see where you're trying to get at in terms of the fast transactions and fast payments, but I think they both are aiming towards different value
Sure.
systems. And then
Yes.
also, if you look into Interledger protocol, there is two modes of transactions that happen on Interledger protocol. There's one called an atomic mode, which allows you to make transactions amongst trusted parties. So you already have a connection, established connection with this person. So you could use XLM, you could use whatever you want. It's currency agnostic. But when you use universal mode, which involves in transactions between untrusted connections. So imagine these central banks that don't have connections, and now all of a sudden through Liquidity Hub or Interledger protocol, they can establish a connection with somebody they don't necessarily trust, but they have to agree on a common standard, a common payment standard. And universal mode uses, by default, XRP. So XRP establishes trust where there isn't any for Interledger protocol transactions. A lot of people like to come up with the argument Interledger protocol doesn't need to use XRP. It can just use something similar. No. These connections have already been agreed and set to use XRP as the definitive default payment for universal mode transactions, untrusted connections. That's the value of this. And XLM. I think both will succeed. And that's why I'm trying to, pop up a little bit of XRP, because I understand you think XRP is like this great big distraction and that so many people are investing it. There's no way that they can just make that many people profit. We don't know.
That's what my logic says.
Yeah. I understand, but what if they, only push up XRP to, let's say, $5? Like, they're dealing with this argument that, oh man, not that many people can get rich that quick. It's, if you're progressively moving up the price, you're getting rid of a lot of the immature investors and traders who everybody has their price. There's going to be a bunch of people get cashed out at $5. There's going to be a bunch of people who get cashed out on XLM at $1. There'll be a bunch of people who get cashed out. Progressively more and more, everybody just eventually decides, oh, that's my price of what I was looking for, and I invested at 10 cents or whatever, right? So not many people will be holding. Yeah.
But I beg to differ here. I would say something which relates to Amazon. Have you seen the .com bubble and what happened to Amazon?
Right. Didn't Amazon collapse and then have a revival?
Yeah, it collapsed from $112 to $6.
Right.
Or something like that. And then today it's like, you see where it is.
Right.
But the problem is that, first of all, in today's times, everybody knows that this is going to happen after the financial crash. Everybody knows that these cryptos, or at least some of them, will fall flat on their face, but then some of them will survive. So everybody knows that this is going to happen. So this pricing out thing, even though it's true, I think it's a little less than what it used to be. Second, I think that when the .com bubble happened, there was no internet. So Amazon did not have internet to, already established internet to flourish very fast.
Right.
However, now there is internet. Crypto will move so fast, people have no idea.
Yeah.
So the reason why I think that they will not go up gradually is because they have internet already. So imagine if there is a cryptocurrency that survives the crash, and if it's slowly moving up, everybody will jump on the train. Why? Because internet is available everywhere and the information will flow like fire. However, in Amazon time in 1999 and 2001, they did not have internet availability to everybody. So the speed with which cryptos will flourish after the crash is like crazy in comparison to the 20 years that Amazon has took. Crypto will not take 20 years to expand as much as this has expanded. I'll tell you why. Because the reason why everybody has cheap phones in even Africa and even anywhere, and everybody has access to cheap internet, I think this information about the cryptos that have survived will be like spreading like fire, and everybody will jump on the wagon. So there cannot be a gradual increase in price, because if that happens, then everybody becomes rich. I don't know. So I don't know what is it. And then second thing I'll also tell you this, that there is something about Stellar that is catching my eye in the sense of how they've operated. So everybody talks about the bearable guy 123 riddle, where he has made three mountains with different colors, and has said, so it begins.
Nobody talks about Mount Gox. The name itself says mountain. It all started from there. Mount Gox was the mountain. It began from Mount Gox. Who sold Mount Gox before it got hacked? Jed McCaleb. Why is no? I mean, I think there are some, and also, of course, there is something very weird in even Ripple, because we don't know who Arthur Bruto is still today.
Right.
How is it possible we don't know who Arthur Bruto is?
Hey, I think it's very strange too, considering that all of them came from being OG Bitcoin developers. So it's definitely a big mystery. But yeah, I understand. And in terms of I just want to clear up something in terms of the price growing up gradually and everybody's just getting rich. Right now we're seeing price go up gradually, right? We saw price go up from what's it called? In 2018, it went up from like, I don't know, under a penny for XRP to $3 plus, and then we had a major crash. But now we established in 2018, 19, and 20 a newer low, a higher low than the previous low. So it is a little bit of a gradual rise, but there's high volatility, right? People get cashed out over time. I'm not like saying a gradual rise where every day is just a little green candle going up. It's just, the ebbs and flows of the market keep cashing people out. And, so I just wanted to bring that up a little bit as clarity, not like as like, oh, we're just getting little green candle here every single day and word of mouth is going and people are like, wow, it just doesn't stop going up. It's not that easy, we know, in the crypto space. But I love the perspective on Stellar and XLM, and you definitely opened my eyes to a lot of newer things with Stellar and XLM that makes me so bullish on the project, and I'm happy to see it as part of the top 21 finalists for that CBDC challenge. And I can't imagine the level of FOMO that could possibly happen to that project if they get announced as winners. If they get oh, sorry. No worries.
The only thing that I'm concerned about is that in that picture of the Economist magazine, they have put the crown of the eagle as Stellar Lumen's rocket, the fleur de lis.
Right.
I mean, the crown is that, and that's why I think Akon on BitBoy went to say that you can follow the distraction, you can follow the hype, but the real deal is Stellar, which is true. I mean, I think these people are well connected, and he's doing the best that he can do for Africa.
Right.
I'm sure he would know at least where he's putting his money. I mean, I'm sure Michael Saylor also knows a little bit about stuff, because he didn't become Michael Saylor just by fluke. So I understand that he must have also thought about investing in Bitcoin, but so I cannot say for sure that Akon is correct or not, but
I mean, at least we can find common ground that, I'm not a big BTC maxi. I'm not even a pro Ethereum person. I've never been those. I've been a fan of these consensus algorithms, and XRP and Stellar. Once I started finally bridging away from just being, in my earlier days in 2016, only investing in BTC, I was like, wait a second, I really like what Ripple and Stellar are doing here. I like that they have these common forms of consensus, and they're just both so different from the rest of the crypto space. So different.
Man, I think I missed the train. In 2016 I was in my master's, so I was busy preparing for a PhD and stuff, but I missed the train. But now I think that I have still something to benefit from. I hope I become a little rich by this, if not a lot, then at least a little. I also think that people want to diversify. Sure. So somebody, when I was in the chat, I said that somebody was saying to you that I cannot chase every coin. So what I'm doing is, I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm only buying XLM. I'm only buying SHX. I might be buying a little bit of XRP, just a little bit.
No, just a bit, just a tiny little bit.
I mean, this to be like, of course, the same things that you have said. I mean, just to hedge myself against that risk. But I would not do the mistake of keeping majority of my portfolio in XRP, because I think that it's
right. I hear you.
Going to be what people think. I think I will definitely put in SHX. I will definitely put in XLM. I think XLM will be the biggest portfolio for me.
Nice.
Then the third, I think what I will do is maybe I don't know yet. It could be either Lumen Swap or Velo. I don't know. I
What's
don't
that
know
other
because
one?
Velo, Velo, Velo.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, we'll add that
Yeah,
to
you
the list.
yeah,
How
Velo.
about Aqua? Do you like Aqua from the
No,
Stellar
man, Aqua.
ecosystem?
I think Aqua will not have any use when its liquidity will start being provided by XRP.
I well, do you like Aqua? Like, I guess what I dig about Aqua right now is that it's a nice way of earning this passive income through the Stellar
Okay, so
ecosystem,
fun
and
fact.
then
Okay, I will tell you a
adding a
fun
little
fact.
bit more to getting more XLM, for example.
Okay, so I will tell you a
Yeah.
fun fact. And then you can draw your analogies from that. I will not comment on Aqua, but
Okay,
I will
got
tell
it.
you something else. And then you can, of course, if you are brainy, you will be able to deduce what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
trying to say. Recently, there is a lot of hype how USDT Tether will go to zero, right?
Right.
That's a fraud company. A lot of people are panicking, especially after the Luna crash, and they are saying that USDT will also collapse, right? A lot of people are saying that. I understand that. And then a lot of people, as a result of that, are moving to USDC, right? USDC.
Right.
However, if you go to Stellar Expert and if you check the USDC, you will find out that it's not an immutable coin.
Nope.
So
You're right.
it says that the issuer of that coin can freeze that coin at any point in time, because if they change the condition to clawback, because it's not immutable right now, so they can always change the condition to clawback. If they change it to clawback, then all your money will go. How they will change, I'll tell you why, or rather why they will change, I'll tell you why. Because Coinbase is one of the contributors to USDC with Circle. And if Coinbase gets a bank run due to whatever reason, if due to whatever reason Coinbase files for bankruptcy, your USDC will be frozen too.
Right.
So I mean, then if you can read about Aqua on these terms, you will find out why Aqua and these a lot of other cryptos in the on the Stellar blockchain are very risky,
Right.
like exceptionally risky. So the good thing about Stronghold is that it's immutable. They cannot claw back it from you. So
I mean, that's why it's really important with Stronghold being the first USD backed asset on the Interledger protocol, right?
exactly. So it's non-clawbackable. They will not be able to take it back from you. Similarly, like Stellar, of course, is layer one. XRP is, of course, layer one, and of course, XDC is also layer one. I don't know what is going to happen with XDC, because some days ago I was reading XDC was supposedly not doing as well because R3 Corda is planning. I mean, I read a report where R3 Corda is saying that as of now we are doing XDC, but we are open to changing it to something else completely. So
Right.
I don't know what XDC is going to be. I think I will not diversify so much as Warren Buffett says, because okay, I have only one shot to make money in my life.
Right.
If I will diversify, I mean, okay, all of these projects can do well, but I would never get exceptional amount of wealth if I keep diversifying. So I will only keep like two or three maybe, and I will just close my eyes and I'll be like, okay, let's see how my luck rolls from now.
And that's
Um,
wonderful, man. Do you have any closing remarks as we, I appreciate the conversation. I actually would like
yeah,
to
me
have
too.
you back on again sometime in the future. I don't know if you have a Twitter account or anything, but if you can follow me on Twitter, I think it would be fun because I think through this conversation, it's a good way to bring XRP and XLM community together. And I think they should be together because I like both projects.
Me too.
I do have a little bit of a bias towards XRP, admittedly, just because it was the first one that I came across. But I do like both ecosystems, and I'm invested in both. And so it would be funny to have like kind of this, you representing. And I understand you understand about Ripple and XRP. I think it would be a fun conversation to have like XLM and XRP community together, talking.
Okay.
And it seems like the chat is enjoying it too.
So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me to chat because I'm just a newbie here. Second of all,
no worries.
Just to leave you guys to think something about. Some days ago, David Schwartz posted a tweet where he said, "I would not like to miss the next Ethereum." I'm trying to search for the next Ethereum. Since then, I've not been able to find. But he has categorically written that I would not want to miss out on the next Ethereum. Right. What is the next Ethereum? I think the community here can find out or could even share their perspectives. And I think I would be grateful if I get to know from them their views on this.
Yeah, if you would have followed our channel, I think about a year and a half ago, so you would have been able to find. I mean, I'm not saying it's the next Ethereum, but it was in this past bull cycle. It was Solana. We were talking.
Yeah, but it went up to
now. I know it's a little bit too high right now. I understand in terms of price. I wouldn't recommend buying it. But yeah, that felt like the next Ethereum then. But yeah, I think XLM and XRP implementing smart contracts, that's huge. So
yeah.
Why and once again, they were the top gainers of the 2017-2018 bull cycle.
Sorry. One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
If you can research on this, so Flare is about to be launched, right?
Right. Yeah. Very nice.
And whatever little I have known about SHX so far by reading about them, they have been claiming that they would disrupt the DeFi space in a certain sense.
Right.
How can we profit when Flare gets launched? Because I think that's when SHX will boom like crazy. So I think we could be prepared. We could do our homework as to what could we do. So I hope if you can research on it too.
Sure.
And make a video or something about what could be done possibly with your SHX once Flare is given to you, Spark is given to you, you know.
And that's a wonderful idea. We definitely know Hugo Philion, the CEO of Flare, is definitely a massive fan of what's going on with Stronghold. And that's why, to me, and once again, I'll never tell anybody what to do, but that's why I think SHX is definitely just on our target sites. We go over these cryptos that at the end, XLM Saturn, we go over these cryptos at the end of every stream that are down 90+% or 80+%, and trying to, just take advantage of possible relief rallies or great opportunities. And SHX here currently at 000880 just looks like an amazing opportunity, especially, leading up to Flare launch. We know Hugo Philion likes what Stronghold token is doing. We already read about the news of US dollar Stronghold on Interledger protocol, the connections to Stellar, the connections to IBM, the connections
What's the connection to Flare? We need to find that out.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm excited just as much as you, and definitely we'll start researching that. But thanks for tuning in, XLM Stat.
Thank you, man.
And
none of
what
I said was a financial advice. Nothing that I said was a financial advice.
Yeah. Nothing coming out of this stream is to tell people what to do, financial advice, or promising anything. We're just here for entertainment and to get together with the communities and talk to each other. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye.
All right. So I hope you guys found that fun. I thought it was an interesting little dive into, the world of a Stellar Illuminat, if anything. And, I'm super bullish on Stellar and XLM, and it's always fun hearing different perspectives. And once again, he said he was coming, intentionally from the very beginning, from the conspiracy, highly speculative type of avenue. And I thought it was entertaining. I hope you guys did too. It might have been a waste of time for some of y'all as well. But, we try to just entertain, the community and try to bring new perspectives in. And the guy seemed like, even though he was bringing up some pretty crazy conspiracies, seemed pretty level-headed. And, keep us up to date on anything going on in Singapore, by the way, with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, if you can, or what's going on with Mojaloop and their relationship with, the CBD Center of Excellence that they've set up with the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Everybody is saying it was good entertainment, good. Somebody said I'm high as fuck, so I enjoy listening to this guy talk. Alchemist is like, you gave me a good amount of material to mock you for, man. So I'm just loading up ammo. He's a good speaker. I enjoyed it. Awesome. Thank you guys so much, man. Casper, yes, Casper is a sleeping giant. I mean, guys, there's, don't let our maximalism get in the way here. There's definitely a lot of other great projects out there, and especially while we're in this Wild West phase, opportunities to be making some good dough, and and possibly investing into some of these future projects, that could be around for the long run and make some good gains. Thanks for introducing Velo to us. It looks interesting. I'm going to definitely take a look at that. But yeah, once again, just going over the deep red section here, guys, just to end up the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in, by the way. Always grateful to y'all. So yeah, Stronghold is in our crosshairs right here at around 91% down, 0008. I definitely like the E-Rowan token here, but I don't know if I'm chasing this this recent pump, but it's still 90+% down from its previous, the all-time high there. So it looks lucrative, or looks good, I mean. Share Ring, part of the blockchain service network led by the PBOC, down at 002. Looks like it could be a good opportunity right there. And yeah, exciting times ahead. I like Sologenic under 20 cents. I think this is a good time for DCing into Sologenic. Nano's an interesting one. Fast transactions, completely zero fees, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing for a blockchain technology. But this one does run up when it does, man. It had an all-time high of $36 before, now down to 89 cents. Is it a dead project? Doesn't seem so. They keep building. They keep being interactive and making updates with Nano. So, and it's a pretty highly liquid type of crypto for something that's not really talked about too often. So that one looks like a good one to keep an eye out for, under $1 there with Nano. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in for another DLTalk stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation we had with XLM Saturn. Appreciate you tuning in. And once again, guys, thanks for hitting the likes on the way out. Thanks to any new subscribers. Always grateful. Thank you. BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Ledger citizens, BLUECREW, Green Giants, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. I'll see you guys on the next one. Much love. Keep the eye of the tiger, y'all. Adios.